morning. We got cut off yesterday. Ran out of battery power. There's those wheels I was on about the other day. Look, there's some the old Fiat wheels. They used to use them on all the Ivicas Fiats. Or are they them? Yeah, I think that's them. The split rims on the split rim will be on the inside. Bloody horrible things. Ridiculous. Anyway, yes, what I was saying must be ridiculous. It's hours of working, doing this job. We must be mad. You've got to love it to do this job or enjoy it. Otherwise, you know, it's just, it'd be crazy when you think what you do. You just do it. We're actually, you know, it's 7 o'clock now, 9 o'clock Texas time. It's very toasty out there. I've just got unloaded in my first one, so I'm now just going to shoot over to the second one, which is just over the road. Bit of an advice, take it or leave it, bollocks to you. As I was coming in, I did notice that there's a lot of construction going on out here. There has been everywhere in Texas, but at the moment there's been here for quite a bit, as you can see in front of me as well. So don't go on your GPS, on your Garmin, or your whatever sat nav you use, GPS or whatever you like that. Go onto your Google Maps. That'll help you out a lot more, as well as using your thing, because if there's construction, that'll update better if it's been there for a while, rather than your Garmin maps will. Otherwise, you'll end up going round and round in circles. Be able to see the place you want to be, which is only like 3 miles. I'm going too fast here, right? Which is over there. But trying to get to it, you've got to basically, it's there where I want to be, but to get to it I've got to go all the way around the houses because they fucking dug the road up. So yeah, put your oh shoot, put your Google Maps on as well as your normal map, and then it'll help you out a little bit better. Yeah, that's it for the moment. Let me get over there, and I want to get all these up. God, it's humid. It's nice though. I prefer this to the wintry freezing cold. Here we are, all empty. Let's just have a look and let me show you what we've got going on in the back. Gloves. We have got, as I got to the last one, as soon as I backed on the bay and they started unloading, poof, turn that fridge off. We don't want that fridge running. No, sorry. We don't want to be burning none of that fuel or anything like that, do we? And look what we have. Oh, the joy. I have 3 boxes of apples. This is a real shitty thing that pisses me off a lot. This isn't for this company, this was for the last company. Hey, ¿quieres some manzanas? ¿Quieres manzanas? Manzanas. ¿Quieres? Sí, ¿tú quieres? Este rejector, este para mí da igual. ¿Quieres coger un bolso o algo? ¿Coges? Well, pregunta a ellos. ¿Vale? Estos son buenos, este otro que está bien. Vale, pregunta, algo. So, yeah, I've got these and I've got to obviously get rid of them because they're rejects, which is a bit annoying. So I'll just ask the man there if he wants them, or anybody inside is just going to ask them now, because got to get rid of them. I can't take them with me, can I? Can't take them all home, that's for sure. Then I'm going to go get the truck washed. The truck is absolutely filthy, really boggy. My next load until Thursday, so I've got a day off. So that's nice, isn't it? We've got a day kickback, and then that'll be unload Sunday, I think, or something like that. So I'm going to get it washed, and then I'm going to go get a hotel, I think, because it is quite humid and toasty here. Stopped. Green light usually means go, door. So I'm basically just having a lazy day. I'm over at the Beacon Blue. God, I always get this wrong. What's it called? Blue Beacon. Duh. Really easy. The price of fuel, $4.31. That's not bad from a Flying J. There's 2 Blue Beacons here. The truck washes. There's the one here, which is a double.
Turn right, then take the first right.
See what the queue's like now. And one up yonder, across the road. The one at the other side only does the washouts over there, and the wash truck. Sorry, but so I've just been over there to get my truck washed out. Trailer. Oh, bloody expense. Oh, this queue's gone down quite a bit, actually. I don't know whether
Turn right, then take the first left.
What day is it? Wednesday, Thursday. You know what? It's 2:30 now. If I don't, I'm gonna worry about it in the morning. Washing it. If I, you can park along here, nobody bothers you. If I don't park up now and get in that queue there, this is the queue for the truck wash, double lane. There's 2 of them, but it's still, you're talking probably an hour and a half easy to get through there. If I don't get parked up here, which I like this bit because nobody parks alongside here, you don't get none of the shit or anything like that. It's quite nice. Nobody running their engine and stuff like that. It is open all night, is the blue thingamabob, blue beacon. But I'll go first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning, it'll be should be pretty empty in that then. So hopefully we'll try again then. Like I say, I'm just mirandering today. I've been over to the Chrome shop. My friend over there, I think he's a Ukrainian guy. He's into his adventure bikes. He's just got a bike. I'll make sure to take you over there actually and have a look. And I'll go into the truck stop as well. Yeah, we'll take you for a walkabout. Here we go, let's go for a walkabout. One of the good things, I got rid of one of my apples. There's a box of apples there. Got rid of the mechanics at the Love, so. And one of them was no good, so I chucked one away. So we've only got the one left now, and Steph wants to make some applesauce and shit like that. This is my little secret hideaway. Like I say, they don't mind me parking down here, and it's out the way. You don't get anybody alongside here running their engine and shit like that. And there's the blue beacon right next to me. So first thing in the morning, I'll get up and the queue's still right up now. So another good thing, park here, and it means I have to actually physically walk a lot further to get to the truck stop and go to the Denny's for my dinner and go to the bathrooms and showers and everything like that. So it makes you actually get out. So here I am in the Denny's. This is the usual steak, T-bone steak. Pretty reasonable price. These are in a lot of the Flying J's pilot you'll find Denny's. A bit American style, restaurant, bar, everything like that you can see through the back. They're all exactly the same basically. I don't mind the food at all, it's pretty good. They don't sell beer, but they do in the Flying J, so I ain't gonna mention names or which one it is, but they let me bring the beer in, so I get a beer. Which is nice, isn't it? Oh, there's the update. So why I remember, I just wanted to do a quick update on the APU. Why I remember, I've cancelled the APU order. It's times like this though, and it's really hot out there, it's so humid down here. Even though it's December the 5th or something like that, it's so humid. But yeah, I've cancelled the APU. I was going to get it. One reason, I calculated it all out. It's going to be a shit lot of money. I don't know if I explained this. It's going to be silly amounts of money. The 30, well not silly amounts, the 13.5 grand, which is a lot of money in the first place to pay out. Then there's running fuel costs, because it's it was the Carrier one I was going to get fitted, like I've got in the Freightliner. I had in the Freightliner. Works absolutely brilliant. Absolutely love the thing. You know, can't fault it at all. The performance is brilliant. Oh, there's the R noise in the rest, but the performance is really good. They use half a gallon an hour. Half a gallon, 0.4 to half a gallon an hour. The most expensive one to run, and they rev like mad. Brrr, you can hear them when you listen to them compared to any of the other Carrier compared to Green APU, all of them. They're revving like mad. The reason being is that Carrier unit has been about for a long time now. It's one of the first diesel APUs out there. Hasn't been updated for a lot of years. They have the next generation coming out next year. Hold up, that's what I'm holding up for. Guys, hold up for it. Just wait, because that new one's going to be better. It's got to be better because it's using too much. A truck on idle only uses 0.8 of a gallon. So, you know, you work out 8,500 and you're only using half. So you're only saving yourself a night like $25, $30 a night. You're saving yourself a night. You're only using it 6 months of the year. But you're still doing payments on 13.5 grand for a full year. You know what I mean? So your payment, say, is $230 a month. It's not really $230 because 6 months of that you're not paying for it. So that payment is actually $460. If you follow me, keep up with me on this one. I think I'm right on this. Plus your diesel, because they don't run for free. So that's why I decided to cancel it. And I'll wait until the new ones come out and see what the price is on those. Otherwise, I'm just going to idle them. There you go, update. Good morning! Here we are, still in the same place. Now we're in the truck wash. It is a grim day, but I've been needing to get this washed. I got the back washed out yesterday, like I said, the inside, and today we're getting the truck and trailer washed. I need to get that salt and shit off it and what have you. And everybody's here, look at them all, a million of them, little ants. Ready, ready, ready. Morning, bud. It's going well. We've got an account with you guys, so just the basic wash, but don't get acid on my wheels, please. No acid on the wheels, no, please. Thank you. Truck and trailer. Yeah. This is what, if you want to open a business, truck wash. Oh, stop. Okay. Truck wash, these things, the first thing in the morning are alright, but everybody gets unloaded and stuff like that. These are busy. Costs you about, I think it's 85 bucks, varies 80 to I'd say 80 towards 90 throughout the country. There's different, on different taxes and stuff like that. For truck and trailer. And I know a lot of people diss the Blue Beacon, but I think they do a pretty good job, really. They've got some amazing stuff they spray on it with the shiner, the brightener, the brightener they call it, and it just makes a brilliant job. It really, really does. But they won't sell it. They won't sell it to you. So, which is a bit of a bummer, isn't it? There you are. Cab up. Don't you stand in my engine. Let me go and sort things out. Well, it was inevitable. I couldn't stay out, could I? Here I am at Adam's Chrome Shop. And when you parked up for a day, obviously you're gonna, and you parked right across from a chrome shop, it would be rude not to come in. And I've been in a couple of times here, and I've talked to Jason, who is just sorting out some prices and different stuff for me. A lot in common with Jason because he's into his motorbikes, and he's just bought this bad boy. So he was interested in all the adventures I'd done when I first met him, and I was telling him about them and stuff like that. And he's just taken that. Absolutely loves it. Great all-round bike there. So, yeah, we're discussing, I don't know whether, I'll tell you, let's go across here and have a look.
In these boxes right here?
We've got, I do like some different lights, lots of lights, lots more chrome. I don't know whether to go big low drop bumper on the front. I couldn't go any more than an 18. It's down at, it's just a bit less than 18 at the moment. Well, about 18, sorry, as it is. I do like the front end on them as standard, but who wants standard? You know, standard sucks, doesn't it? You got to change it. So I'm in two minds whether to go. I'd want all plain. There's a plain one. That's a Freightliner. I don't know what this is. I want all flat. I don't want any holes or anything like that. Just with 3 lights going there. I don't think lights going all the way along the bottom. That's for flat nose trucks, for classics. You put it on any other truck and I think it looks wrong. It really does. Can't have that. That could be a Kenworth, that. So about this depth on the front with only 3 lights going up like that. I think they'd look pretty cool. Or do I go the bull bar? You can't do both. I don't think, if you do a flat low drop bumper and put a bull bar on, that looks just dumb. It looks really stupid, so that's not an option. So it's one or the other. See, lights like this, obviously the lights pop in there. They're for classic trucks. Flat like that, classic trucks look great. Lights right along the bottom. Doesn't look well on a newer model truck with an aero style, basically. What else we got? We've got some seats. Oh, yes, we've been looking at visors as well. We've been looking at visors again. That's similar to my old one, isn't it? They're very narrow. They're for classics and stuff like that. But the thing I want some lights that go down like that. I don't want just straight across. So he's getting me some prices now, and we're discussing all different options and things. Obviously this isn't going to be overnight kind of thing. These are the lights I want that go an angle in the front of the bumper if I do decide to go down that route, or down the other route, whichever. We shall see. As I see, they've, like I say, they've got Everything going on. With it being a box standard truck on mine, it has got the normal headlights, which is really disappointing. And going back to bulbs, halogen bulbs and shit like that. You know, after 5 years of owning the Freightliner, I mean, those lights on the Freightliner are brilliant. Absolutely can't fault them. Great lights, because they're the new white lights and things like that. The bright white things that everybody's moved on to. But no, being a standard one, it's back to the old ones. So this is an option, change them out. That's pretty tricky, isn't it? To put some different lights. This is a whole different array of different lights and stuff like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I'll have one of those, one of those. Don't tell the wife. But yeah, so let's have a chat, and I'll say, oh, there's the bull bars as well. Actually, you can get these in black or chrome, so there's another decision. If I was going to go bull bar, black, or am I going to go chrome, what's going to, you know. I always like the haired one. They're made in Canada. They're a really solid, good bull bar, is that. I was thinking of changing the one I got off the Freightliner, but I think it's going to be too much hassle, and it's going to be looked at a bodge job, to be fair. But look at those; they are a proper man bull bar, is that, isn't it? That's going to look at a deer, and the deer's going to run with its tail between its legs. And it's, whoa, I don't like that. It's going to run off. There you go. For sale? Anybody want Vulcan? Stacks, we won't be doing stacks. We're not doing stacks. It would be nice to have stacks, but we're not doing stacks. Hell yeah! We could really look the image now, can't we? And you can even come in here as a normal English guy and leave as a cowboy. What more could somebody want? Look, it's Christmas here now. We're setting up the Christmas tree. Merry Christmas, y'all. Well, it was always going to cost money, wasn't it? Having a day off was always going to cost me money. So here's my choices. As you can see, Martin is there costing me money. There's the electricians here. Yes, you knew it. We had to jazz it up, didn't we, a little bit more. So here was my options. This is how so wife, when you're editing this is how I thought about it. It was either go for a hotel for the day, because I'm offered for a day and a half, yeah? Have a day and a half, go to the hotel, then I was going to go up to the stockyard. There's a place in Fort Worth called Stockyard. It's going to be really good. That was going to cost me money all day doing something. I can't sit around all day and do nothing. With the chrome shop being extremely close, truck stop, chrome shop, truck stop, chrome shop. Electrician, lights, more lights. It was the shiny things that did it to me. I went inside and the lights were all shouting at me. So here's what we've got done. Remember the 10 signal, the indicators, 10 signals that I had on the Freightliner on the mirror arms? They are now on the Peterbilt. They've done an excellent job. I said I didn't want any wires showing or nothing. I really want this to be slick and everything. Whereas the Freightliner, I had them sticking out here. I would have preferred them a bit closer into there, but they couldn't do it. But hey ho, that's where they are. And yeah, I'd have preferred them a bit. That's annoying, isn't it? Somebody's robbing somebody's car. So we've got no wires. Look at that, slick, nothing. All fastened in, all nicely chased inside the lot. Done an excellent job down there. Really chuffed with it. So that's what we're getting done at the moment, for now. Anyway, so that was gonna cost me the same as going out and everything like that, but I've got something to show for it. So wife, it was a good idea, wasn't it? What do you think? Tell me in the comments. I think it was a good idea. Good investment. Because as well, this is because it's like the baseline model I keep telling you guys. Some of them have a light on there. This doesn't have any lights. I put the lights down the side, which I'm not happy with. They'll be coming off after winter. They're the cheap shit things. I'm replacing them all the time. So buy once, buy cheap, buy twice, as the motto goes, is so right, because half of them don't work, they pull out, and half of them do. So there you go. Learn by your mistakes, don't you? So they will be getting replaced after winter. But for now, they'll have to do. So there was nothing lit up from basically there is an indicator, turn signal. And that sits here, obviously. You had nothing all the way along, right to the back, and they're hidden away back there because they haven't got any back lights on the back either yet.
Well, there is on the very back of the unit, but nothing there. So having the turn signal up there really does give people, look, this is a big fuck off bright light, get out of my way kind of thing, which I think's, I'm just trying to talk my way out of the weef crying, aren't I? It'll be right. So she's nice and clean and polished up, all ready for tomorrow when I get these on. Look. Oh.
Flying J by night time. Texas. God, that's bright. Oh, wow. Hang on. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, no. Whoa. Oh, we don't like that, do we? Anyway, Flying J by night time. I don't even think we need. Golly. There we go.
New lights. New lights. Got the lights on the mirror ends. Need little lollipop ones, my turn signal ones, to keep the bad people away at the offside and stuff like that. So we've got all the lights going down the bottom. Got the lights at the top. Obviously more to come. Let me show you a little
bit of the Flying J by night time. I am here. I don't want to be shining the torch around at everybody's face. People will be looking at me like some kind of weirdo, won't they? Some people get a little bit daunted by truck stops in the night. Believe you me, this isn't the best. It really isn't. It is pretty. It's a city, isn't it? It's Dallas. You know what I mean? So you're going to get the bad people everywhere you go. So let's have a little look round of what we've got going on. Lots of trucks just abandoned basically everywhere. I'm in the reserved parking. Half the people haven't even bothered to pay the parking or anything like that. Lots of engines running. Lots going on. Lots of busy people moving in and out and stuff like that. There's the quick lube if you want lubing up. All sorts of stuff going on. What we've got going on here? Got broken down vehicles. Got some maintenance going on. You all get the unsavouries hanging around here and there. Not too many though, to be fair, because they've got security on here and the police will drive through pretty regular and stuff like that. Like I say, you will. A lot of people park for quite a while looking at some of the trucks, you know, and the trailers dropped here, which you always get in cities and stuff like that, abandoned trailers and shit. And I wouldn't dare leave anything there, to be fair. I put a lock on my trailer when I went across to the chrome shop today, and I was only just over the other side of the chrome shop. So what we've got going on here? There's a greedy cab. Look at that bad boy. Like I said, lots of engines running and stuff like that, obviously because of the air conditioning, which is really annoying with mine. Let me turn that thing off. Mine, it won't tick over, won't go on idle unless it's at 82 degrees. It's at 80 degrees at the moment, Fahrenheit, so it won't idle. So it's Betty Swallows. So I'm holding off from a shower until the morning, which the lovely lady at the Flying J is actually here. I haven't fueled up here for ages, as you know. I'm trying to get the cheap fuel and stuff like that at the moment. So I said to her, oh, when I pay for parking, do I get a free shower with that? She says, no, I'm sorry about that. But she said, let me have a look at your card. She did a little bit of a tapping and dancing going on the card and the till and that. She said, oh, look, you've got 2 shower credits on there. Win-win. What a star larker, definitely.
There's a nice Western Star. And there's all your pumps. There's actually nobody hanging about now. So it's Flying J, Dallas, Texas, by night. It's a nice sounding coming. Not. You have the girls here selling insurance stuff. So it reminds me back in the day at Lark and Kira when you used to get the girls selling the orbital insurance. Guys who've been down there. There's Mr. Aranda, security man there. Look, all in his full regalia, keeping us all safe and everything from the bad people over there. Hi there, how's it going?
How you doing?
Going good. So they'll look after us all in here and keep us all fired overnight and secure.
Cheers, guys.
Real life Rambo. Just adding to that, as I said, the real life Rambos, I definitely wouldn't want to be a security guard here. That is for sure. You know what I mean? And bad people have guns, you know. No, definitely wouldn't be paying me enough to be a security guard at this place. So hats off to them guys for looking after us all night and keeping us safe. Maybe they don't. Maybe they just hang out in the lobby there. Oh, we're working, yeah. Here we are in the Big Boy Brewery. Good morning. We have to go pick the. It's a bit of a fanny. This is what they call Miller Brewery. Along with go away. I don't want to talk to you. Yeah. So this is. It's a bit of a fanny about getting loaded, coming in here. You've got to go on the scale and you've got to go and pick your bulkheads up. Can you be quiet? And then go back down yonder, which is only a 5-minute job. You just go in here, open your doors, back onto a bay. They chuck a load of like the bulkheads, they're called, that go in between the pallets so they don't all flop about all over the place and stuff like that. When they go from like bottles or cans or something and then to the barrels and things like that, obviously different produce, different heights and things like that, so they put the plastic bulkheads in between. You following? Good lads and good lasses, keep up. Then you go load up, you sit in your cab, a man comes out and he tells you which bay to go on. It's usually pretty quick here. I've been here a few times now. It's not too bad. Full weight, it is what it is. It's paying 4,800, so it's okay because it's not out my way or anything. It's on the way home. There's nowhere I'm going out of route, so you know, it's straight, what, 2,100 miles or something like that. So it's not as though I've had to divert or do any dead-end miles or anything like that. Even though it is running full weight, I'm not running the reefer. So, you know, there's all that to take into consideration. So it's not that bad at all. I aren't overly worried about it, to be fair, at that. Yeah, if you come in a place like this, sometimes there's a sign up on the gate and it'll say, move your tandems to the back, move your trailer axles to the back. I always ignore those, and I'll just ignore them because I don't like driving around somewhere with my axles right at the back end. You know, otherwise, if you haven't been in a factory before, you don't know how tight it is and things like that. You could soon end up yourself in trouble. Wait till you get round to the actual loading bay, then pull your axles right to the back. If somebody tells you different, well, you'll just have to do as they say, you know what, you are in their premises sort of thing, but that's the way I do it. Bit of venom and advice, taking a leave of bollocks to you. So there's my man who's going to load me. He's a Starlarker. And we'll go over yonder, have some breakfast and crack on. So that was my laptop just coming down. I didn't realise there was a stop thing there. I thought it was a rolling stop. I was just talking to the guy there. I was telling him, the loader man, I was asking if they get any freebies, because we used to load in Holland, in Bavaria beer in Holland, Eindhoven or Eindhoven or something like that. Leersout, regular, back for Spain, Dia supermarket. And we used to get a free case, 1 or 2 at least, every time you loaded up there. Jesus, I had half a room full in my apartment in Spain. And he was saying, yeah, they get something like that. What does he say? They get four a month, 3 cases of beer, and every Thursday is happy hour. They have a bar here, free bar. That's all right, isn't it? Jesus, what's going on? We've got things falling all over the place. Must be water bottle. We're on the way, we're bang on, which is good. We slid the axles back and done all that malarkey. Oh, fuck. That was a hole, wasn't it? So now we go and see this kid here, and he'll put my seal on the back. It's funny, they open the back door and I always have a look. They do when you come out of places empty as well, and you think, you know,
Do you want me to go on the scale?
Yeah. I couldn't remember. And he looks in the back. You know, what do they expect him to see?
Turn right on South Freeway.
One of the forklift drivers. Right, let me go see Mr. Man. Bloody Scalextric's track. Amazing network. Oh my God, I wish my dad could see this. He used to have a pissy fit when we used to go away in the caravan round Spaghetti Junction. Imagine what it'd be like round here with his map out and saying, Della, Della to me mother. We want to be on that road up there. We used to, every year we'd go down south and in the caravan. Dad, what's happening here? We'd get somewhere like Spaghetti Junction and we'd be going round and round in circles. Well, we want that road up there. He'd be pointing that one up there. Well, how do you get to there? This is ridiculous. Well, he'd be saying to me mother, well, have a look at, give me that map.
Of the 4 right lanes.
Well, this is interesting. You lot shoot. Go on, bugger off. One thing I'd really is job development. I've noticed on the new truck.
35W.
These mirrors, they are horrendous. They stick out so far. Oh yeah, it is good. You can see it on the side of the trailer at both sides, kind of thing and stuff like that. But to be fair, look at them. Look at it. That's the same as mine. I just think they're sticking out far too far. There's no need. These lanes aren't a bit too bad, but the north of Dallas, there's a lot of construction up there. It's been there forever, and the lanes are super narrow. It's really hideous going through there. They are, you know, I think they've been built on purpose to be knocked off. Get the money. I bet they won't be cheap as well. There's just no need for them to be out that far. Oh, so let's Ganyam. Get into New Mexico. We'll check the fuel on Mud Flat later, and I think it will be Russell's again to fuel up. Some nice cheap fuel. That sounds nice. I don't know if you could hear that. The Mustang there. I've got it up to 8 to the gallon coming down, which is nice. I ran a bit faster as well. I've been doing 70s coming down and fully loaded. So I'm quite happy with that, 8 to the gallon. Where I think it was altogether 2,300 miles, something like that. Martin's going to peak out in a minute at 3 mile an hour faster. And we got Snyder who's on his limiter as well. But he's happy to be camped out in the middle lane. We're in no rush, we've got 3.5 days. It's 12 o'clock my time, it's 2 o'clock Texas time. I'll get an hour back when I get into New Mexico, middle of New Mexico, I think, or is it? No, into New Mexico. Or is it? I can't remember. Anyway, it's over there. So I'll go on my time now because I gained it back, makes it easier going home. So it's only 12 o'clock. I'll do half a day and no big rush. Oh, well, actually I might get it on a little bit and see if I can make Moab tomorrow night. It's a good delivery, is this one. I can park down there at the place. It's all open up and stuff like that. They start round about 5 o'clock in the morning, which is Kent, which is Seattle basically. Right off the ring road. Really easy, and it's first come first serve. You just get in there and they stick you on the bay, and they usually have a handful of trucks and they get you super quick. Like I say, there's no messing about or anything. So hopefully I'll get it off super early and I'll be home for breakfast. I should be home for 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, beat the traffic coming out of Seattle. It won't even be that. It's only 70 mile home from there, so hopefully if I get out there for 6, half 6, something like that, it'll be good. Kick back for a couple of days, and I'll need to get I don't know if we've got some locals coming up, and if I can jump on them. If not, I need to really do another Texas before Christmas. Get another one down here, and then we'll work out that I've got to leave for Florida just after Christmas, Boxing Day, or the 27th. I'll probably leave for Florida. I've got my pickup on the 4th, so I'll be away for New Year. But hey, you know, I'm home for Christmas. I'm home for the kids' birthday and things, shit like that. So, and the wife's birthday as well. So the New Year we aren't too bothered about. She's all right about that. Hopefully the truck will stay clean for a little while as well. Look at my lights on the mirrors. Check me out. Here we are. If we can see us all, we're just coming past the big Texan. But we're not stopping tonight. Little bit of an advice, taking a little bit of bollocks to you. I'm only 1,733 miles away from my destination. So, and it is Thursday evening. It's 6:30 at home, 8:30 here. So I could very well have stopped at the big Texan there and stayed the night there, and it's less than 600 miles each day to get to where I'm going. I've got 3 days. It's Thursday night, so that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Unload Monday morning first thing. I could be there, but this time of year, a totally different ball game. You know, it's I like to push on if there's no snow or anything. You know, Snoqualmie's been snowed up. It was 2 hours shut down today. It's been chain slinging all the time for the last. But it was meant to be clear all this week and everything, but just changed, hasn't it? Today's been a shit show. A load of snow has dumped down pretty hard, and it's messed the thing up. So it's like that. So I've got Cabbage, I've got Price Mountain. They're looking good. Price Mountain, Soldier Summit, and which other one I've got? I've got Cabbage Hill as well to get over before I hit Snoqualmie. So I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got Albuquerque as well, but that'll be fine this time of year. It can snow dropping down into Albuquerque, but not yet. It won't. It's going to be right, that one. So I've got 3, 4 mountains to get over, serious ones that could give me problems. So if I put off and just drag my heels and stuff like that, then I do get held up at one of them. You know, you might be a couple of hours slinging chains, then you start chasing to get on. You're better off, if you can do it today, crack on and get a bit further, so you've got a lot less to do, obviously, you know what I mean? It is easy to think, oh, I'll do it last minute and stuff like that, but it just ain't worth it. It really isn't. Definitely isn't. I'd love staying in Albuquerque. It's a great little town. I want to try out some of these restaurants. You've got a shitload of these restaurants down here. Why is this cattle truck going slow? What's all that about? I'm not going that fast. It's on a fuel saver, maybe. So we've got the Cracker Barrel. The Cracker Barrel's brilliant. You know what I think to the Cracker Barrel. Absolutely love the place. Great food as well. You can get wine and beer in there now in a lot of them. So that's a win-win, and they do a really nice red wine. Absolutely brilliant. Do IPAs, no, just lager rather, and red wine, white wine. And what else do they do? I forget what else they do. Is he coming? Look at that stinking poop a bit away from me. And yeah, so that, and reasonable price is Cracker Barrel all over the place, but not in Washington State. So up here a little bit further on, when we get there, they've got a great line of restaurants through Albuquerque. Really have. Let me see when we get here. Here we go then. We've got Texas Roadhouse on the left-hand side. Texas Roadhouse, if anybody's been to America, or people who live in America, everybody knows what Texas Roadhouse is. You're going to get value for money there. You're going to get a cracking steak. You're going to have a good night. If you sat around the bar, you can have a good laugh in there. Good beers, good selection of beers and stuff like that. Reasonable price. for a big fat boy steak, and you can pick your steak. They have a shitload of meats on there on offer and everything like that. Pick the one you want. Happy days. Good meals, good value for money. We like that. They are franchised right through the United States, all over the place. But we don't have those in Washington State either, I don't think. I don't know. Maybe our taxes are too much for those peoples. Coming along, we've got Chili's here. Chili's is a bit like a step up from it's Denny's with alcohol. That's what Chili's is, Denny's with alcohol. So if you've been in a Denny's, you'll know Chili's is their franchise as well, is ones with alcohol, sat around the bar. Reasonable food, it's pretty good, it's alright, it is what it is, you know what I mean, 20 buck meal. Olive Garden on the left hand side, Olive Garden, now that is a step up from, that's a step up from those, from Denny's and those two. That's right up, you've got alcohol as well in there, and it's an Italian one franchise through the country. And you will get some good pasta in there. I like the pasta. It's Italian, you've got to go for the pasta, you know what I mean? Don't go for fish and chips if you're going in there, you're just wasting your time. Next on the list, we will have, what's that, tucked back over there? There's a Waffle House, right, Waffle House. Waffle House is the step down from Denny's, right? Waffle House is open 24 hours of the day. If you want drugs or a hooker, Waffle House is your place to be. That's where you want to go, definitely. The guy behind the bar will have a dealer on speed dial. You can guarantee that. He may be twitching a little bit, but they do fried breakfast and all that stuff. So that's what you want. If you don't want that shit, go to Denny's. Anyway, and then we've got a little bit further. I'll tell you, there's shitloads of restaurants here and bars and stuff like that. It's pretty good. And this isn't the old town, this is the new town. I'd love to explore the old town one day. We've got Harley Davidsons, obviously we know what they are. We have, here's where all of them are. There's a load of good ones here. Don't eat McDonald's. Breakfast morning McDonald's is the only one to ever have. After you've eaten in Dairy Queen have got even better burgers than those. Dairy Queen is like McDonald's, a little step up someday, yeah. Take it or leave it, whatever you want. Then we have Outback. Outback's overpriced Texas Roadhouse, basically. They think they're upmarket, and they're not. I think, seriously, their marketing need to sort their shit out. Every time you go past one, you will see hardly anybody in that car park. You go to a Texas Roadhouse, you've got shitloads of people. Arby's, that's down from Denny's, basically. Harder seats without cushions. So, it is what it is. What else have we got? Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese is an amusement arcade. There's no cheese going on. They've got shit burgers. You will not go there to eat. Don't go there to eat. It's absolute pants. Go there to take the kids to play on all the old amusement arcades and shit like that, and you'll have a good time. Jack loves it. Cavender's boots, cowboy boots, overpriced, but they've got some expensive American-made cowboy boots in there. If you want to spend some money, $500, that's the place you want to go for some boots. Long Haul Steakhouse. Pretty good. Now that is in between. Yeah, that's up from. That is up from Logan's. Hang on a minute. So right, that one is up from Texas Roadhouse. Logan is down. Is on par with Texas Roadhouse. Just as good. Love them both. Red Robin franchise. The burgers change from different places to different places, but you will get beer with your burger in Red Robin's. The Red Robin's near us in Mount Vernon, fantastic burgers to die for. Nearly, I say, as good as Bob's Burgers and Grill, Bob's Burgers and Brew, sorry. They have the best burgers. So there you go, there's a little rundown of Vernon's choice of restaurants. Take it or leave it. Here we are in the Russell's truck stop into New Mexico. There's me life. Look at him, look at that. I don't know if I like him actually. No, I like him. They're cool. They serve a purpose. They keep people away. These fucking lights are shit. Look. Buy cheap, buy twice. Fucking things. What price have we got? $3,899. Yes, it's a win from the bird. Hell yeah, definitely. I've got to squeeze as much diesel as I possibly can here, because I've got 1,400 miles to my next fill up for my next cheap one, which will be just before Washington State, Oregon there. at Space Age. That'll be, I think it's $4.90 there at the moment, so it's $1 dearer than here, but it's still 60-70 cents cheaper than waiting until I get into Washington and stuff like that. But it is 1,400 miles. If I get held up, I've got all the mountain passes to go over and shit like that as well. So we've got to try and squeeze as much as we can in. We should be all right, really, but you know, if we get held up anywhere or anything like that, and it's burning fuel and stuff, you know, going over mountain passes, and it does use more fuel when it's cold. They all do. Diesels use more fuel when it's cold. Just look pretty under the lights, doesn't it? Just look nice and pretty. Look. Works well. Need some more stripes and shit going on. More expense. Don't tell the wife. Yeah, back in the day, in when we used to fuel up in Spain and Luxembourg, with your you can't do it on these. You can lift the suspension on the trucks in Europe, lift the back end and drop it and stuff like this. This will just, I could only drop it, and that's basically it on the air suspension. It won't go right up. We used to lift the suspension up as high as you could to try and get more fuel in Spain, so you'd get that extra bit money's worth, you know what I mean, because it was that much cheaper. Same here kind of thing. Got to make on, haven't you? If you don't, like, I needed less than half a tank. This is how things have changed from owner operator to company driver. I know it sounds wrong as a company driver, but that's how it is. You're chasing the miles and shit like that. Whereas I would have run another 500 miles and then just fueled up as soon as it hit the red, stop and fuel up. But now I'm just over the half. It's like, oh fucking hell, I can't afford to pass that price of fuel. You know, you just can't afford to do it. Not the way things are at the moment. And maybe in a tight Yorkshire fucker as well, I wouldn't have passed that up anyway, you know what I mean? Even if everywhere was cheap, I'd still be chasing for a couple of cents cheaper. So, and the temperature has dropped. Jesus man, the temperature has dropped now. Really has. Compared to last night, it's sweating me bollocks off. It was like 81 degrees Fahrenheit, whatever that is. Betty Swallows temperatures to tonight now bloody freezing. Morning all, here I am in New Mexico, just doing a spot of brekkie, and let me show you this. These here things, they last about a year. I like my coffee pods. I really like my coffee pods. I love my coffee, as I love my cups of tea as well. And so I can't stand instant coffee. I don't like that shit. These are from Walmart. 20 bucks they are. They last a year. They last always a year. Nothing. Well, I have had one that lasted under a year. Well, that didn't last long at all, but I'll tell you about that story. Then they start doing this. They start going really slowly. Then it'll go off. Then you have to start it again. So I'm going to have to go get myself a new coffee machine. One lasted only something like 3 months once, and I was really pissed with that. But the majority of them, I've had about 5 or 6 now, last about a year. Whether it's the rattling, Steph thinks it's the rattling about in the cab and what have you, but I don't know about that. Anyway, what I did with one of them was, it eventually does get there. It's just a bit of a slow process. What I did with one of them, I don't advise this because you shouldn't really do it, but I was that pissed off that I'd been so a product that wasn't that good at all. I bought a new one because I think they're ideal size and they work brilliant. Pushes water through. That's what it's going to do through the pod, innit? That stupid thing keeps turning off. Anyway, I bought a new one, kept the box and the receipt, put the broken one back in the box. 2 weeks later, took the old broken one back in and said the other one was broken and it needed replacing. So they swapped it straight away for a new one. So I had one in reserve then. That's only because I was pissed because it had broken in 3 months. You know what I mean? Otherwise I wouldn't have usually done that. But if they last a year, I'll buy a new one. So you shouldn't really do that. It's not. But the thing that what I was pissed off with, they do give you a year's warranty, a year's guarantee with it. But you can't just swap it with Walmart in a year. You've got to send it off to Azerbaijan or some fucking country or somewhere in the middle of goddamn nowhere, and you'll never see it again, will you? So the majority of people for 20 bucks think fuck it. So anyway, I thought I was one up on them, and that's good for a Yorkshireman. Anyway, there's the update. I'm here at the moment. Weather's absolutely grand. It's still lovely. The truck's still nice and clean. And yeah, in the desert, New Mexico. I'm heading over that way eventually. Albuquerque isn't far downhill, and then we'll be going across country and going up towards Colorado, and then nipping into Moab. I don't think I'll make Moab tonight, but I'm not over worried. I'm ahead of myself. I'm doing all right, and so you know, things are good. Things are good. We should be all right. It's not looking good for my mountain passes, so I want to get up there. I'll have Sunday. The thing is, I'm going to have my 2 major passes on Sunday. My milk is frozen as well. Looks like I'm putting a load of Colombian marching powder on it. Both my mountain passes, I'll be just before cabbage tomorrow night. So that means Sunday I've got cabbage, if it's going to be shitty or not, and then snow to try and get over. Which, there seems to be a window at the moment where the snow's going to be all right. And it's not going to snow. It's too much anyway. But they have had a shitload. They've had a proper amount. Serious amount. Oh, I posted on Facebook as well. That UK Truckers Forum. There's some nasty buggers on there. Evil things. I only posted a comment about I didn't want to get out and open my curtains because it might have been too cold. What's the temperature? Shut off. Good God. Getting some right feedbacks. Some people will never know, will they? You know, I really am enjoying this, doing Texas and back all the time. And the odd Florida. It really is good. You really, what's the word I'm looking for? Appreciate doing, because when I first came out here and started running, I was doing Florida all the time. Florida and back. I first started in California and back. But I couldn't make any money out of that. Then he put me on Florida's and back. Making the money back then. And then all of a sudden that sort of dried up. And we ended up getting this Loadster, it was 2 years ago now, going to New York and back. And it was Long Island, it was onto the island. When you end up doing that, don't get me wrong, it is, I will say, and I know a lot of people won't like it, if tramping is your thing, America is the best place by far to be a truck driver, if tramping is your thing. So I don't want to hear the post like, oh, fucking shit, oh, it's no life and shit like that. If tramping is your lust, your love and stuff like that, America's the place, yeah? There's no other place in the world that is as good as here. There ain't fact, and somebody has to prove that to me in black and white, who's actually done better. You know, if you're not doing, my mate of a mate says, and he drives so-and-so, and that's the best job. Well, fuck off. You're talking shit. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth, sort of thing. Anyway, moving on. I know a few people, especially if I put the comments on Facebook on that tramping one, oh my God, they'll cry their eyes out. Because nowhere's better than driving the V8 Scania. Dang! And them anyway. So they won't look outside the box or anything like that. It is, I love it. And running up and down here is the best. Anyway, going back to running the New York, shit me man, that was hard work. You look at the map, Washington State, New York, you're going to crest the same shit all the way across. No let up in the weather, no nothing. That was a horrible winter time, that was. Jesus man, that was shitty. It was chain slinging. It's not so much the chain slinging, it's driving right across South Dakota in freezing ice and shit like that at 30 mile an hour. Imagine 350 mile an hour, 350 miles. It's about 300 miles once you get out of Rapid City. So you're out the mountains then, you're on the flat. You're on the Great Plains as they're called. So that wind chill comes through there, man, and that howls through there. And you get a little bit of rain, you get a moisture, and you've got an ice skating rink. You've got to do it, you've got to keep going. Can't fucking, we might be 3 days, 4 days before it warms up and gets rid of that ice on the ground, you know. So you got to do it, you got to get out there, you got to you put on your big boy pants and get your cojones and get out there kind of thing, tiptoe across. But that was horrible. And then to come back to being doing back south basically and heading for the sun, even though I know I've got all today a beautiful drive. I've got a beautiful drive up today. Up to Moab, and then I'll be up, where will I get? What have I got? I've got 6.5 hours. So I want to get up to Price Mountain or something like that and see what the weather's looking up there. So I'll probably get through Moab. See when we get there. Then tomorrow though, that is going to be a totally different kettle of fish. That is going to be into the shit. It's a total different concept, contrast to what this is today. It's going to be shit. I know it is. But at least, you know, I've got 2 days of brilliant weather and 2 days of possibly shit weather. Not 100% possibly, but Snoqualmie has been slinging chains all week basically, and it doesn't seem to be letting up. It does a bit, but there's a little bit of a gap on Sunday, I think. Hopefully I might slide through there. Fingers crossed. You know, and we'll see what happens. But this scenery, I get blown away every time I come through it. It's like fucking brilliant. Fucking love it. Never ever gonna get bored of it. I really appreciate what I've got. Yeah, even when I probably won't be saying that tomorrow when I'm slinging chains at minus fucking ridiculous amounts, but it is what it is. There's something very satisfying when you get over the other side of that mountain as well, and you take those chains off. It's like, fuck you, mountain, got over you again. One to me, you know. It's a challenge. I do like the challenge. I do, but it's easier driving on this weather. So you imagine when I was doing coast to coast across east to west, west to east, and that, it was just horrible fucking weather constantly. But coming down here, wow, it's just amazing, and I can earn some money at it with the cheap fuel as well. So it's happy days. Hammer down Friday, flat out Friday. No, maybe not flat out Friday. I'm an owner operator now, so it's steady away on the fuel. Oh, I'm in a derelict garage. Oops, boom, boom. And I've been meaning to go into that cafe over there forever. This one right in front of me. Restaurant and La Cantina. So in we go. Well, let me tell you, I definitely 100% wasn't disappointed. Worth the wait there. 5+ years I've been coming past here. I never made it in. That was absolutely gorgeous. That was really nice. I had lemon tequila chicken, and they did the salad was like crispy fried. They did these greens and stuff like that, and it was unbelievable. Really, really nice. Definitely be going back there again. That's on the list. So if you ever pass it, don't be put off because it really looks run down. This little town, it's called Cuba, in New Mexico, on the 550. It definitely looks really daunting, and you've got a burnt out building next door and all that malarkey, but hell man, it's pretty more Mexico than Mexico here. That was really good. That was yeah, happy days. Onwards we go. Like I say, this is my last day of the sun, and before we hit the shitty weather. Evening, peoples. Let me just show you. We don't all always stay in the best and lovely, nice little rest areas and stuff like this. This is just north of, where am I? Just north of Moab, about 30 miles north, just in the desert. Let me show you this. This has got to be the creepiest place going. I've never realised before, but I've stayed here before, but this garage on a night is proper creepo. This is where things happen. Look at the dimly little light up there. It's just working. Check this out. This is the Twilight Zone. Claim to fame is one of the alien hotspots, but check out, is that a creepy garage or what? Look at this. I don't know what that dude's doing sat in his car, because he's the one working there. For some reason he seems to be just sat in his car.
Did you check that number plate? Did you get that license plate? Get the number plate, yeah? In case anything happens to me in the night. Space wood and ice. It is really chilly out here. It's super cold. Let me just show you the lights really quick. And oh, the light's flickering. It's like it's even worse. Look at the light flickering. Oh my god. That's just adding to it. This is a horror film waiting to happen. Oh, man's got over his car. Let me get the fucking bad truck. I left that door unlocked as well, and oh bloody. Maybe some aliens already in there. Oh, there's the lights, there's the lights going on. New lights, look at those. You can't see because these cameras are poop of the GoPro in the night. And that's what we've got happening. And the flickery light. Good night.
Well, here we are on the first mountain. I survived the night. I didn't get eaten by anybody in the desert. You'll be all glad to know. So we're still here, and we're coming up over Soldier Summit. Well, not Soldier Summit, Price Mountain, then on to Soldier Summit, and drop down in towards Spanish Fork. Is it Spanish Fork? I don't know, maybe something like that. And Salt Lake City. And then on we go, forward, and the mountain's good, as you can see. Great, so this one's all good, not a problem. Nice little flurry on here. I've touch wood, I've never slung chains on this mountain, so it's pretty good. But as you get further on now, the mountains start to get bigger and bigger. I was thinking of the power of this putting out as well, and me complaining about the lack of power compared to the other thing. It's a bit of a penis extension, really, isn't it? It's a bit of a testosterone thing, the brake horsepower, really, at the end of the day, because I top majority of the mountains in this at 30 mile an hour. There ain't many that I'm doing under around about the 30 or under, so you know, it's no real big deal, is it really? It is nice to have all that big 720 or no, well, there ain't really out here, but 600 plus horsepower would be grand, you know, big old stacks, check my huevos and things, you know, kind of thing. But this little Mo, she doesn't do too bad, and she sounds sweet, so that's the main to me. You know, I did harp on before, I wanted one of them Cummins engines, the CX things, but Jesus man, I'm so glad. When I was going to start with that other company and ordered a truck, I was going to get one through them at least to buy a couple of years back. And it fell through. It just turned all sour. I didn't like it. If anybody watching my other videos will remember, it was a Kenworth, which is basically the same as this, a T680 with either the Packard engine that they were all coming with, or the Cummins for an extra £5 grand. Well, I wanted the Cummins engine because I'd read so much about the Cummins engine, and the Packard wasn't that good, and blah blah blah, and stuff like that. Anyway, so it was going to cost £5 grand extra. But I shit you not, I listen to those engines now, and I ain't no mechanic, but I seriously think there's something not right going on there. When they're on idle, that fan kicks in constantly, every couple of minutes. It goes. I've got a real hatred for that Cummins engine. Fucking hate them with a vengeance. If somebody's in the car park and they're leaving the truck running overnight, they echo right through the car park. It's not this. I don't mind a straight through exhaust sound, all that shit, you know, big old baff over straight throughs and stuff like that. Old school, love it. But that horrible fan going off, ridiculous. I don't know what all that's about. Because the best part is as well, the Packard engine here is made and designed by Cummins anyway. So it was meant to have been a copy of the Cummins, apparently. So word has it. So where they went wrong with that thing running red hot is, it can't be right. It can't be right, can it? That it needs the fan to be kicking in constantly on when it's idling. Even when it's cold like this, they do it. I think, you know, something fucking, maybe it likes to run hot, I don't know. Answers at the bottom. Somebody give me an explanation. Why Cummins have developed an engine that sounds like a bag of shit. Oh, and when they get a few miles on them, I fucking kid you not, guys. You want to hear that thing? It rattles like a bag of spanners. They are absolutely fucking horrendous. They really are. They're disgusting sounding things. They sound worse than the old 420 Volvo. European people will know all about those. The common rail engine. Jesus, what was all that about as well? Bad engines. Anyway, on we go. Next mountain is Cabbage Mountain, Dead Man's Pass. On we go. That's a pretty one, isn't it, with his hay? Morning, y'all. Here I am in Oregon, Sunday morning. Just been out, had a little check. It's a little bit different from the desert. Now we're in the snow. It's Sunday morning. It's about 6:30, 6:45 or something like that. And the dude is out doing his little walk, checking that everywhere is not slippy for the drivers to walk in and all the people coming into the rest area. This is welcoming area in Oregon. Absolutely brilliant, eh? What these guys do and people do so we don't fall over them behind the scenes and don't get the gratitude and thanks and stuff like that. I think it's brilliant. Always give them a thank you very much and shit like that. It's always good. We've already been round. We had a little wander around and stuff like that. So this is, I know which one I prefer, the desert to this, that's for sure. So we've got everything. Somebody was asking about the lights. They hadn't seen the lights of the trailer. They were the extra ones I all got on, put on. God, I'm still sniffing and dying and cold and shit. Anyway, I stopped in here last night because I could have gone on a bit further. I had about an hour and a half left, but I thought, sod it, there's no point in going on any further because there was, up on the Matrix sign, it was coming up that the I-84 was closed. Look at these. I-84 was closed and closed commercial vehicles. Steph did a search and everything. We couldn't find anything on the internet and stuff like that. I thought, oh, it's better to stay here because I thought it can't be snow. I don't think there's got that much snow up there, but it does blow. Just as you get out of here, it starts to get into the mountain passes then, which can get a bit shitty. They have got a reasonable big area to chain up and shit like that, but it's right in the middle of nowhere and there's nothing there. And if it had been closed commercial, they weren't going to let you chain up anyway, so I didn't think there was any point. I may as well stay here. And then it came over the CB, one of me alerts things, that there was, oh gee, the landslides. Keeps coming up landslides, it did this morning and stuff like that. So we can't, like I say, I can't find anything on the net. And the road's saying it's open, so we're going to haul ass and have a look. Breakfast time up on Dead Man's Pass. And it was a lot foggier earlier, I was hearing reports of, but seems to be lifting a lot now. We're right up on the top though.
Take the ramp ahead.
And they've had a bit of snow, but look at it, it's nice and lovely and clear. The roads, grand. The truck is going to be so dirty. We managed to get all the way, like what, 1,800 miles. I didn't hit any rain or anything all the way from Texas, all that. I've had a good run, really. And last 400 miles, started rain and shit, which is to be expected. They've done a grand job. Look, he's got it all cleared in here. If it had been really shitty, I would advise, Peter Byrne advice, take a leave of bollocks to you. Don't pull off into the rest areas and shit like that if you can help it. You know, not unless you're really desperate to get off when it's bad weather and shit like that. You're going to end up getting stuck in some of them. Because the slip roads, obviously, think about your slip road. There's some you can get off, some as you drive different areas and that, you start to know where you can and where you can't. Let's pick my exit as well. Don't park on a lump of snow, so you can start spinning, try and find a dry bit, so at least you're going to get some momentum before you get off it. You know what I'm saying? Just a bit of common savvy. But this is all grand and nice. Isn't it pretty, eh? Fucking snow. There's a bit of Vernon advice, take a leave of bollocks to you. When invisibility is really poor and shitty like this, here's a bit of Vernon advice. It's very, very easy to lose your bearings. And even if you travel the road a shit ton of times, doing it in fog and stuff like that, Sometimes it gets all a bit disoriented, whatever the goddamn word is. You know what I mean? And so, a little hint. Have a look at your sat-nav, your GPS. Blow your GPS right in, as far as it'll go, and then it'll give you wayward markers and things like that. Try to remember, because this is dropping down a big old hill. This is Cabbage Hill here, off Dead Man's Pass. So this is like a 7 mile down. So have a look at, I know where it splits, I know where the exit is for the start of the hill is just where the exit ramp is for the observation. Parking area, shit like that. So just past that, here it is, rather, viewpoint. I know I'm starting to really go downhill, literally, when you hit that. So little marker points like that, blow it out, you can see where you are. Will help you out. And slow the fuck down. This is the worst scale in the whole of America. Fact. They're queued right up here to the slip road. She's playing on a telephone in there. She's not even looking at the scale. She's not weighing on the scale. She's not doing jack shit. They're queued right up onto the freeway. You will never ever come past this scale. It is open 24/7. Always. That is so fucking annoying. She's not even looking. Not even checking brakes, checking wheels, tyres, no fuck all. And the queue is horrendous. This is the one as you come in from Oregon, at the bottom of Washington there. This scale back here, this little Adolf Hitler in there, did me for not wearing my glasses. I went in, he pulled me in for a check, routine check. I went in, I didn't have my glasses on, and I put them on to sign the paper for a check. And he said, you didn't have your glasses on when you came in here. I'm writing you up for not wearing your glasses. I said, they're reading glasses, they're not glasses. No, it doesn't matter. You've got to wear them. There'd been something wrong on my license. So it said that I'd wore glasses when I first moved over here. I don't wear glasses to drive, just to read it. And that's not prescription either. So he said, no, if you don't wear those glasses, I'm going to park you up when you drive away from here. I said, I can't wear them, they're for fucking reading. And he wouldn't have it. Horrible little animal. Horrible man. Anyway, but, you know, don't just clout that as just one person, because the rest of the people are brilliant. I've had no problem throughout any scale ups in the out of America with having nice, polite, really good people, not a problem or anything like that. But that one in there. And I have noticed, I've been in a couple of times afterwards for checks and shit like that. I got it sorted out anyway in the end. I wrote off to them, sent them an email and said I've got this ticket, blah blah blah, and they just wrote the ticket off and then rectified my license, and all was good, kind of thing. But he was having none of it anyway. He did me a full check as well on the truck and the shit, the lot, the trailer. It's I've noticed when I've been in, he's been in there again, and you have one bad apple among people and it puts a real bad atmosphere in the whole place. You can sense it as soon as you walk in. It's like, fucking, this feels bad in here. You know what I mean? And that happens in warehouses, I find, as well. Receivers, goods in, goods out, all those. If you have one bad apple working in there who's got a bit of authority over the rest, everybody, it fucks the whole thing up for everybody else. You have happy people in there, everybody's happy, it's all a different thing. It must be, you know, it's got to be shit on it working with some Adolf Hitler. And this is no word of a lie, I heard him saying in there one day, he was checking people coming through. It was a Saturday, late on a Saturday, and he said, oh, I'm working tomorrow, are you working? And the other one said, no, I'm not, I'm Sunday off. Oh, I'm working. They said I could work Christmas Eve as well, night, and blah, 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 and it was going on like this. He wanted to be there 24/7. Don't get me wrong, I think it's a good thing that they check all the vehicles and stuff like that so it keeps the shit off the road. But to have the attitude as well, come on, really? They're pulling in empty trailers there. They've got to weigh on the road. They can weigh on the road. They're pulling in empty trailers as well and shit like that. It's like, seriously? But hey-oh, rant over. Tally-ho. Check that out for a view. Every time, and it's a good one today. We've got a bit of a above the clouds sort of haze going on down there, but apart from that, look at all the Cascade Mountains. sun on them. That's beautiful, isn't that? Absolutely stunning. Even more so stunning when the road's like this, nice and dry. A win from me. A definite win-win. Onwards and upwards we go. Not far now. Just one more little mountain to get over. Snoqualmie, the big one. As you can see, or maybe not, yeah, you can see still. Here we are at the summit, at the top, and they've got everything. They've had a shitload of snow over the last 4 days or so. Look at it, but they've kept it nice and clear now. It's like I said, it's had chain up, little toboggan track for a truck. Chain up for the last 4 days, apart from today, I think. That's 4 or 5 days, something like that. It's been chaining up every day, with the exception of the odd hour or something in here. Somebody's going to have to let me out here. Everybody's leaving the ski slope. I'm going for pizza. I do like the pizza at the top here. Oh my god, it's to die for. No, somebody's going to let me out. I'm going to be here forever. There we go. This is big boy pulling your time. Yeah, I'm coming out. Thank you. Thanks. There, big white truck. Thank you. Sometimes you've just got to do what you got to do. It's just give them a nice, polite wave and what have you. But look at this. They ought to have been there forever.
Right at the stop sign.
Yes, I will. It was all right until at the top here, and it's gone a bit foggy misty. Temperature's not too bad, 35 Fahrenheit, whatever that is in centigrade, is that? Yeah, nobody's indicating, alright. I might leave it a bit before I head down the pass now, because there's going to be a shitload of traffic heading into Seattle now. See if I can get in the car. See how bad it is in there. Is it really bad? Oh no, it's not too bad at all. Hey, we're moving. Up we go. I'm gonna back up there. Otherwise I'm gonna get out. Can I get right round? Oh, oh yeah, we can. Numb nuts and put his car there, we could have done. Should we turn that off? We'll wait here until they've moved. No, we aren't even going to risk going on there, you know. We are going to go backwards. We'll sort this out. Good job I didn't go over there, isn't it? Buddy's stuck in his vehicle. Yeah, when you come into somewhere like this, look at the camber of the ground. You only need that little bit and you can soon get yourself stuck. If I'd come around there and tried to pull all this hideous weight back up the other side of there, that, you know, into there and spin round, that's like I usually do, it won't going to be happening. So stay up on the high ground and then backed into there and brought her out. So jobs are good. Morning! So, managed to get unloaded. Quick and easy there with that beer. It doesn't pay the best rate, but it is. It's just off the freeway. It's 60-70 mile from home. Would have been, but I was going the other way. Look at that shit. There's been a pile up on the outer ring road of Seattle, the 405, and it's a bad one. So.
North exit on the left.
Don't sit in that traffic. Google's your mate. Get it up. If you're not moving, something's wrong. It doesn't move very well anyway at this time of the day. But usually going north, you're going away from the city, it's not too bad. But this was, I knew something wrong. So I had a look on Google Map real quick. Yeah, there's a big fuck up. Just press that, see your options. It will give you an options pretty good. But don't forget, it's telling hundreds of other people. It isn't just secretly telling you which way to go. So weigh your options up, have a look at what the traffic is, the direction it's taking you and stuff like that. Is it going to Is it going to be better to go the other way? Is it, you know, is it going to be better just to sit it out, kind of thing? But it looks shit. I'm hearing reports on the CV. You're going to be there forever, kind of thing. So spin it round, get out the way, get, you know, a bit out your way, but at least you're still moving. It's not really that much of a way anyway. Yeah, getting over to the delivery. Couldn't park overnight. I thought I could park there, but there was Stalin's daughter and Hitler's son was working last night as security, and there was no way they were letting me park there. That was for sure. So luckily I sneaked out of there. I was going to head over to the truck stop, which was going to be more expense because you got to pay for the parking. Round their cities, a lot of them you have to pay. You know, they by the cojones, they know that they can get the money out of you because there ain't a lot of parking. So I oh, stop it! I'm not. Oh, laptop. Fuck. Here we go. Is this mine or not? This isn't even my exit, is it? Does this one go on? No, it doesn't work. Oh, fucking hell, you want those, mate? Yeah, so luckily I snuck out of there and I found somewhere else a bit further up the road, so we didn't have to pay in the end, and it was all good. Like I say, got in there. It doesn't pay the best rate, but it's an easy tip. It's nice and close. It's straight in, straight out. Don't have to run the reefer because it's a beer load, so it's not saving on the expense there. Anyway, getting back, I was listening to a podcast yesterday about in Australia and stuff like that. This is the thing that I think that really needs addressing big style. A big problem with the trucking industry. Apparently, so I'm led to believe, in Australia they get paid by the mile as well as over here. That used to be in Europe, and Spain used to be the same thing as well. I don't know if in Spain they still do it or not, but obviously in England they don't. But it's the waiting time, waiting in fucking receivers and shippers to get unloaded. If we could sort that shit out and something could be done, they were penalised after 2 hours or something like that, and proper companies need to stick to it, I think there'd be a lot more people wanting to do the job. Because this podcast, this Australian guy was saying it's exactly the same in Australia. You're fucking held to ransom for 4-6 hours and shit like that. You're not earning any money if you're getting paid by the mile. I am in the wrong lane. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. So that is a super serious thing, but it's been like that for years, and it just seemed to get roll over and get fucking pants pulled down and fucked out. You know, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. But it shouldn't be the way it bloody is. It really shouldn't. When the postman delivers me a parcel, I don't say to him, oh, just hang on a minute, or UPS or something, hang on a minute. Say for example, Jack Scale Electric or something like that. Hang on, I'm just going to set this up, and me and the lad are just going to go through it and make sure everything's all right. Or, I don't know, frozen lasagna or something. Hang on, I'm just going to cook this to make sure everything's all right. Just wait there a minute. And then you find the Scale Electric. It's not my fucking product. It's not the postman's product. He couldn't give a flying fuck about it, whether it works or not, you know what I mean? It's, you're the in-between deal, so I'm contracted to go from A to B. What is wrong with that shit in the back is nothing to do with me. The best part is that the majority of the places, they seal you. So, you know, it's shit all to do with me in the back. So why are we still, to this day and age, being fucking held, and then they give you it back if it's a faulty product? I don't fucking want it. Why do I want the fucking shit? It's not my shit. And then you ring a broker up, for example, like on this this last load, 3 boxes of apples rejected. Oh, do what you want with them. Fucking well, hang on a minute. Do what you want. Okay, you know, I managed to get rid of them. I managed to find a skip that I could get rid of them, but you shouldn't really, because that's somebody else's skip. So I should be sending a bill to the broker. There's your bill for me getting rid of this. I had to travel X amount of miles, 10 miles to find a skip, blah, 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 my labour, there you go, there's $100, thank you very much. They'd be like, what the fuck's this?
In 800 feet, keep left. Follow signs for I-5 North.
It seems a very one-way sort of thing. But that's transport, isn't it? That's been rant over anyway. I'm going home. I'm getting yam, lads! If I get out of this goddamn thing. I've got a bit of a mess up, I think, here, and a little bit when I get a bit further up there, but 20 minutes slow. You know, but it's better than sat not moving anywhere at all in the other bit, isn't it? Isn't it, eh?
Continue on I-5 North for 78 miles.
Thing is, you can't, here as well, I can't really park up and think, oh, I'll have a cup of tea and a lie down and then move on when there's nowhere to park. Nowhere to park. Hello, tally ho!